What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified whenever we upload a new video. Okay. Jayson Tatum and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, it's still early in the season, but right now, these are the two leading candidates for NBA MVP. And whoever's in third place for MVP, I don't even think is close. Not even close. I think right now we have Tatum, we have Giannis, and then everybody else is an afterthought. A lot of things can change. It's still early, but I really don't see Boston and Milwaukee dropping, either one of those teams dropping to out of that first or second spot in the Eastern Conference. I don't see it. Not a chance. Both of these players are having exceptional seasons. The Boston Celtics right now are flaming hot. Flaming. Hot tamale, flaming hot. They are 9-1 in their last 10 games. All right. Milwaukee went on a bit of a slump. They're 5-5 in their last 10 games. And when you look at their numbers head to head, Tatum is sitting at 38-4, 47% field goal shooting, 35% from three, 86% from free throw range. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is sitting at 30 points as well, but 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 52% field goal percentage, 20% from three. 58 from three, and yeah. So overall, Giannis is going to beat him in the basic statistics: points, rebounds, assists, quite naturally. But Tatum is going to beat him in the three-point percentage and the free throw percentage, while Giannis will beat him in the regular field goal percentage. Both of them are stellar lockdown defensive players. Absolutely great defensive players. I just think Giannis Antetokounmpo is better than Tatum defensively, but Tatum is still a great defensive player. So while they both are putting up exceptional stats, great stats, I think Giannis is going to edge him out statistically, being the Greek freak that he is. So I think it's really going to come down to games played, barring injury, and who actually ties up that number one seed. Now, if it ends up being close in the standings, not many games separating 1 and 2 after the dust has settled, they might give it to Jayson Tatum just because of the Giannis Antetokounmpo MVP fatigue, right? He had it twice in a row already, and he might feel like, hey, let's give it to this young gun. Let's give it to Tatum. Let's give it to him now. If it really comes to being that close, if the numbers stay what they are relatively, or, Tatum gains a little bit of edge in the basic statistics, and the records end up being fairly close, they might give it to Tatum, like I said, because of the fatigue of Giannis. But outside of these two guys, no, I don't think anybody else is close right now, and I don't see anybody rivaling them, barring something catastrophic happening to one of these players or their teams really start slumping, which I really don't see that either. Both of these teams have been extremely consistent and solid, going all the way back to last season. More so Boston after the All-Star break. But they have been extremely consistent. We know what we're going to get from either one of these teams when they step out on the floor. We know what we're going to get out of Jayson Tatum and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Jayson Tatum is a top 5, top 6 player in this league today. Absolutely. And I think Giannis is a, top 1 or 2 player in this league today. So it's going to be interesting to see how this the sprint or marathon, however you want to look at it, ends up going down after the dust has settled at the end of the season. Giannis Antetokounmpo is my favorite player, so I would love for Giannis to get another MVP. But, no hate. I wouldn't be sad to see. I'd be okay with seeing Jayson Tatum grab his first NBA MVP. And this is coming from a Laker fan. I ain't got no hate in his blood. I love Jayson Tatum's game. I think he's a phenomenal player. He's a protege of Kobe. But there's a lot of people that are considered protege of Kobe's. But Jayson Tatum is the one player that I think really embodied the Mamba mentality more than any of these other guys that are Kobe-lings, and really applied it to his game offensively and defensively. You got those other Kobe-lings or Kobe subjects like Devin Booker and Kyrie Irving, but they're not nearly as good as Jayson Tatum. Sorry. I think the gap between Tatum and Booker isn't that close, and I think the gap between Tatum and Kyrie isn't that close. Kyrie, extremely skilled, but he's not as consistent as people give him credit for, to be quite honest. And I'm not even talking about him getting on the floor. I'm just talking about his level of play and his defense. Him and Booker are piss poor defensively. And sometimes I might give a nod to a player that's not as good defensively, as long as you're extraordinary everywhere else. Then that level of extraordinaire that you have in these other stats outweigh your lack of defense significantly rather. But that doesn't happen with a lot of people. So like one player, I think Luka, everything that Luka does is so out of this world that, I could kind of give him a little bit of pass for him not being that great defensively because he's so ridiculously good everywhere else. But not many players can get that perk from me. But Jayson Tatum, solid, both ends of the court. Giannis, solid, both ends of the court, both leading their teams in their respective conferences, and it's going to be interesting to see how this goes down. Y'all let me know what you think. Who do you think is going to get the MVP? Do you think it's going to be Jayson Tatum? Do you think it's going to be Giannis? Or do you think it's going to be somebody else? Let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear your opinion. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. We out, baby.